What is up, YouTube? I know it's been a while. Yeah, that's my intro. It's been a while. I've been doing stuff during quarantine, trying to be healthy, my mental state, work, everything's going well. I hope everyone's doing well with you. Um, Darkness Ablaze is out. The Pog Championships are coming up this coming weekend. I kind of got a little bit excited with everything coming out, so I wanted to kind of talk about a couple of decks that I'm interested in. If you guys want to follow along, check it out. Up to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. If not, come along, get the list, get out, do what you got to do. So without further ado, this is a Zard box welder engine deck that I've been kind of working on. It's been what has been at the forefront of my mind since the set dropped. Um, so I didn't really think too much about Charizard VMAX, to be honest, but I saw a list posted by Josh Hatter, I believe, on Twitter a couple weeks ago. Um, Maybe like 3, 4 weeks ago. I don't actually remember exactly the date, but I saw that and I was like, this card is actually kind of insane. And the most interesting thing I saw about that list was Piers. So I didn't actually read Piers that carefully when it first came out, because Piers says that search your deck for an energy card and a dark Pokemon, reveal and put them into your hand. So I'm thinking, yeah, you get Crobat, but like, what's the big deal about getting an energy card? Like, you're just playing a scuffed Roseanne's, basically. Roseanne's was very good for its time, but still kind of scuffed. Then I realized it says an energy card. That doesn't mean a basic, and I was like, wait a minute. So I kind of put together a Turbo Zard Heatran deck. So the idea of the deck is you power up the Charizard VMAX so you can do the 300 damage. Um, that's it. That's the whole point of the deck. Thank you. But anyway, jokes aside, you have your two Crobats, you have two Dedennes, and you have an Eldegoss to kind of get your supporters, kind of dig through your deck, go get where you need to be. Originally, I only had one Crobat, but then as I upped my peers in the engine, I figured that having more Crobat would be more beneficial. And so because the deck isn't as there is 4 Welder, but you don't want the deck to be heavily reliant on Welder. And hitting it every turn because you want to attach triple colors, you don't want to go that. So the Volcanion becomes a really, really good attacker with Flare Starter and High Heat Blast both become really, really good attackers. And so that's why there's 4 Volcanions in the deck. You want to be Flare Startering or High Heat Blasting to just set up, because most things in the format can't survive 300. Eternatus VMAX can, however, survive that, but Eternatus cannot one-shot you back unless they go like 6 Zigzagoons in one turn on you, which is kind of nutty. So you can kind of hit them with a High Heat Blast first. You can set up for a big Heatran late game. You can kind of Guzma around, boss's order around, get where you need to be. So I have 2 Crystal. I have a Pal Pad. So I know Pal Pad seems kind of like antithetical to like having the Eldegoss existing in your deck, but I figured that having a Pal Pad felt kind of okay because there are so many like niche supporters like your boss, your Mallow, that you want to potentially put these things back. A lot of the time I find myself discarding a boss early and I want to get that boss back and have access to 3 boss in a full game, but I don't want to actually play 3 boss. So the Pal Pad. But if I do want to play the 3rd boss, the Pal Pad becomes the 3rd boss. So if you guys are kind of experimenting with that, that's also the stage I'm at. There's 3 Pokemon Communication. Communication is our best way of finding the Charizard VMAX because there's no actual reliable way to actually get that guy out. Everything else in the deck is Quick Ball searchable, but the VMAX is not. So you can kind of Quick Ball for something, calm it back in, grab the VMAX. There isn't that many Pokemon to be fair, but you should be able to still be able to get like a 1-1 line out pretty quickly into a 2-2 line. There's 4 Quick Ball, 4 Switch, no explanation needed, 3 Hearth, 2 Boss. The Mallow Lana I have in here just because I think healing is really important against other big hitters that potentially will try to go for a 2-shot on you. 3 Piers. I went with the really high Piers engine because I really like how Triple Excel gets fetched by it and the Crobat. There's 2 Research. There's 4 Welder, 2 Vitality Band, just because, I like having that math. I don't know exactly what, but it probably is good. 220, 230, etc. But then these are the energy count. Without further ado, I will play some games for you guys. I know, I'm back. It's a little bit of a treat. Not only am I going to be playing, I'm going to be playing some games. I'm kind of hype about it. I'm kind of excited about it. I've been a little bit MIA from Pokemon since the season did kind of end abruptly. I've played in invitationals here and there. I meant to record them, but my heart hasn't been in it. Making me go first, that's kind of annoying because I would like to go second if all things are possible, so I can get the early flare starter off. I didn't need to bench it, but I'm gonna bench it anyway, so there's no reason not to. So the decision is, do I make a hard turn this turn or next turn? So I'm just going to go for this turn so I can find energies and have a better hand, because that hand I don't think ever gets any better. So I do have a Sycamore follow-up, so we're just going to attach here, and we're going to pass. So, yeah, the TLDR, I've been kind of doing some Pokemon stuff, but I haven't really been doing much. I've been working on health and fitness, trying to get myself back into shape. Working on all that, losing some weight. There is the POG Championship coming up this coming weekend. I will be participating in that, so I will record those matches. Hopefully I stay in long enough to actually make an impact. There's a chance I won't, but I don't want to think about that chance. I want to kind of just, yeah, okay, cool, Marnie. That hand was nothing to write home about. This hand is somehow significantly worse. So we can do this. We're going to calm the Heatran away. He's not putting too much pressure on us. So we're just going to go ahead and Crobat, I think. I was thinking about not playing the Crobat and just going for Eldegoss Sycamore. Mostly that's what we're going to probably end up doing anyway. In a second here. So here are the switch. We'll grab another Baby Zard. Hearth, and a Sycamore. Just putting the Hearth down now because it's going to go away anyway. So no real reason to keep it. So we get rid of the Volk, grab 2 more Fires. There's 4 in deck, so I can attach another here. I do have the next turn attack guaranteed. So one thing, I've only played like 2 games of the deck, and one thing I've been meaning to try out is that when it says discard 2 energy, can I just discard the triple? So we're going to kind of find that out together. If I can, that'd be kind of busted. But yeah, so Sycamore comes down. Looks like his hand was a lot of supporters, actually. Another speed energy. He hearthed the lightning. I was like, how did he just discard the lightning? You can't just do that. That's not how Pokemon works. Vitality Band comes down. He goes into the Jirachi. So he's anticipating that I won't be able to kill him, or I won't care enough to kill him. Which he's right. I don't really care enough to kill him. But I am down 1 crystal, so that's already pretty important. That Scrapper doesn't matter in the scope of the game. He can come back up and kill me, but I think he would rather do it with Pika. But it's weird. Why would you attach the second energy to Raichu if you do that way? Maybe he's thinking about going for a big GX attack, and kind of popping my, Charizard? Maybe not. So this is super interesting to me because he never actually had to make that play. Because now I understand he's taking 1 prize, but he's offering 3 prizes to me. So we're going to go ahead and Welder the active. Attach the triple. I don't want to bench the Heatran. We're going to pitch the Piers because I know there's no more triples or Crobat in deck. So we're going to grab these 2. I know I have an Eldegoss for a follow-up Welder. I have a Welder in hand. I have a Crystal in deck. I have 3 Quick Balls. I have the Pal Pad. And I have 2 Welder in hand. So I'm sitting pretty okay. So we're going to go ahead and G-Max Wildfire. And I can just do triple and get the knockout. So now I've set up checkmate with an energy plus boss, which is like very conceivably easy to do. Getting the Crobat out of prizes is good. Getting a second boss out of prizes is good. Getting a Calm out of prizes is not okay. It's fine. Whatever. I don't care. Maybe I would have put the boss in discard and be greedy, but this puts me in like a really good situation where I can yeah, see, he just scooped. Like the game did not last that long. I didn't have a spectacular start by any means, right? But I think the power of this deck is how quickly you can just take these prizes, how scary 330 HP really is, and like you beat ADP, I believe. You should beat Pikarom. Like you beat a lot of these decks just because you're bigger than them and you're faster than them, and the triple acceleration counts for that extra energy. So once you get that fourth energy onto the active, now you can begin building a second Zard and powering up everything else. So I really like this deck. This has been my favorite deck to come out of the start of Darkness Ablaze. I've always been a fan of Welder and always been a fan of aggressive attacking decks. So that's my take on the deck. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a comment below. Please leave a like. I appreciate it. Subscribe. I will be trying to come back with some content. I will record the POG tournament gameplay at the very least. But other than that, thank you guys so much. Hopefully I can come back with some more content. We'll try to do, I'll try to figure out a schedule, maybe like a three video a week upload schedule, just like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, etc. I don't know. I do miss Pokemon. I miss everybody. I hope you guys are having a good time. And hopefully we can see each other again soon.